Hi and welcome to HWM Aston Martin here in Walton-on-Thames. My name is Paul Flitter and I'm joined today by Guy Jenner, who's our Managing Director. One of the things we wanted to do today is give you a really good detailed walk around outside and the inside of DB11.
Paul, here we are in the DB11 cabin. First of all, I can feel it's just beautifully finished. So there's various options you can have interior wise, but the thing that strikes me straight away is this brogue stitching and pattern detailing.
Yeah, on the seat it's lovely.
Goes up the centre of the seat, the armrest, and then it's even echoed in this stunning headlining. So yeah, it feels like a really luxurious place to be. We're in seats that are superbly comfortable. I've done some really long journeys in DB11, and it's one of those cars you could sit in all day long.
I must admit, I've not adjusted the seat at all. I've literally just sat in and already I can feel that it's comfortable. And I'm sure with a little bit more adjusting, I can see that the seats adjust in umpteen different ways. I could get myself really comfortable for a long journey.
Definitely, and one of the things I like is, again, that steering wheel is electrically adjustable. Some people like their steering wheels far away, others like them really close, but it's got a load of range, up, down, forwards, backwards. I've never got in an Aston and thought I need more adjustments, and we tend to find that, again, buyers that might be a lot taller or indeed shorter can get to a point where they can really find a perfect driving position.
Agreed.
So, technology and equipment in the cabin.
Well, yeah, for me, the DB11 was the natural successor to the DB9, which Aston Martin made, and it had tremendous shoes to fill,
yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah.
One of the things that I think DB11 needed to do is kind of have an advancement in technology over DB9 when that finished production in 2016. And I must say, they've done just a tremendous job. Not only is it a nice cabin, but the tech surrounding you immediately is just wonderful. You've got lovely glass switches. You've got this kind of glass-facing dashboard with haptic feedback. So actually, gone are the days where you've got lots and lots of buttons now, but you've got the centre controller, touchpad, which is again shared technology with Mercedes-Benz, so we know it works very, very well.
Yeah.
It's just lovely, and everything is kind of around the driver and the driving experience.
So one of the things that strikes me straight away is there's a good number of controls on the steering wheel, but two that I like a lot, that I think are subtle but really important, is the fact that you've got your driving modes separate to your suspension. Therefore, particularly with British roads that can often be a little under-maintained, the nice thing is you can have the soft, comfortable suspension with the sportiest driving modes, or vice versa, to be fair, if you wanted to. And again, because it's not in any menu setting, you might just be going into a lovely roundabout that you know, and you can just press a couple of buttons, firm up the suspension, chuck the car in, and catapult yourself out again, and pop it back into relaxed mode, and done. And I just like that. They're there for quick access. Really simple, like I say, left and right thumb. And it strikes me that not only can you personalise the vehicle from the ground up, you can personalise and customise the seat position and the mirrors, but you can also customise and personalise the driving experience as well. Definitely. So other bits you've got a trip computer on the right hand side, but also you can have your satellite navigation screen up on your central dashboard rather than just relying on the main screen. My eyes are in front. Yep, I like that. And again, it's quick with these rotary controls here, it's just quick to scroll through. So that certainly makes life simple and easy. So striking is this Tft screen, which again is customizable. You can decide what information that you want out. And I noticed, Guy, that the centerpiece of the Tft screen changes depending on what driving mode you've selected. Yeah, no, that's nice. And then the final thing I was going to mention about the steering wheel area is these paddles, so you can override the gearbox very easily. But actually they've just got a lovely feel because, again, everything in an Aston Martin is authentic. So if it looks like metal, it is metal. And it certainly is. I can feel it. It's wonderful to the touch. Great. So the final thing I was going to mention in terms of equipment here is it's got wireless streaming, a great infotainment system. You can have B&O sound system, but the parking cameras. So this gives you the option of having a bird's eye view parking camera, which I love when parking. It just makes parallel parking and so on so easy when you get a full bird's eye view of the car as you're manoeuvring.
So a number of different views available, like you say. You can toggle between a 180 degree rear view, or like you say, you can have that bird's eye top down view to aid with things like parking, watching your wheels on curbs when you're trying to negotiate traffic, or you're near curbside. But a really useful feature, and I'm not ashamed to say I use it a lot.
And then between us, where our arms are, we've got an electric storage lid for the centre armrest. And then in here, not only have we got cup holders, but at the back we've got USB ports and a memory disk point as well. So there's a couple of ports, which I think is always useful.
And I think I've seen something really important, which is definitely worth mentioning.
Where would life be without cup holders?
Wow, I want one. Where do I sign?
There we go. So again, you'd probably bring the armrest forwards, and then you've got your cups.
Ah, nice. Yeah, and you got this stabilisation sort of division bar here just to keep everything stable as well. Super
Nicely
cool.
thought out. Yeah. So there we go. So we've got an interior that's well equipped, beautifully finished with the British craftsmanship we can see around us, and it's enormously comfortable for those long journeys. So Paul, we know this car is not a limousine, there's no doubt about it, but a question we often get is, can you fit anybody in the back? So first of all, there's Isofix points, so you can put child seats in the back.
Yep, standard.
Standard. Now, you can get into the back of this car. I've adjusted the front seat to the point where my knees aren't touching the dash, but I'm pretty far forwards. I'm 5'11". Let's see if I can fit behind. So it's a squeeze getting in, inevitably.
Really good, though, when you pull the rear seat, when you pull the seat forward, it automatically comes forward to allow yourself more room to get in.
Yes. So here I am in the car. I wouldn't want to go on that trip to the south of France in the back of it, but actually, do you know what? For a half-hour journey, yeah, I could cope with this.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, it's. I love the way that the rear has been specifically designed, almost like a kind of cocoon, almost like a little cabin on its own. And I agree. I wouldn't want to go to Edinburgh in it, although you could. But it's ample space.
Agreed.